We're gonna take a little trip today. We're not gonna go too far, 10 miles from our residence. We're gonna go Old Hickory. We're gonna go on the Sumner County side, and we're gonna catch some tilapia, folks. Some tilapia in Old Hickory. So sit back, watch the film, and hope you enjoy it.
It's gonna be a nice day for fishing.
It's a beautiful day to be fishing today. South wind, 5 to 10 mile an hour, high of 55 degrees. I don't know, bluegill, yeah. Pretty fish. Boy, it's been a long time since I fished like this, man.
Got one of them?
Yeah, it's a one right there.
A fish?
It looked like he had some white in him, stripe. Like a yellow. Yellow. You know, a few years ago, I did have a lake record of this. Out on Priest, it was 2 pound, 2 ounce, yellow. And a few years back. Probably what was hitting a while ago.
Something, Herb. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that's what it is till I see it. Nope.
A little tilapia. No, bluegill. I thought it was. Had a little white shine in there. Well, we on fire now, boys. Watch out.
Get on the feed. This here feels a little different.
And right here,
Tilapia.
there's a tilapia there.
Here's a tilapia, Mickey Beck.
Folks, I want you to take a look at this. We are on Old Hickory Lake. Old Hickory Lake, home of Sumner County tourism. I want you, Dayton, I'm here with Dayton, Blair. Dayton, you want to tell us what you just caught there?
It's what they call a blue tilapia.
A blue tilapia.
Yep. From what I've looked up and gathered up, that's a blue.
A blue tilapia. Now, how do you think this thing is surviving up here on Old Hickory Lake?
The steam plant.
Steam plant?
What happened, they had them in some ponds, and 5 years ago, when we had that flood, it got over in them ponds and they come out of the ponds and got in the river system. A lot of people, they don't know they're here, but that's what your bass and stuff's fixing to start feeding on. They got more protein than a shad or a bluegill.
But wait, ain't this a Florida fish?
This is tropical.
A tropical fish, so they're not even supposed to be surviving up here on this lake.
Nope.
So if they're not supposed to be surviving up here,
Mother Nature has a way of making things work.
Well, you know, I had a scientist tell me with TWRA, I'm gonna back us up here. He told me that we are on a latitude line that runs across the state of Tennessee, kind of curves. We got Chickamauga on one side and Kentucky Lake on the other, and we're right in the middle. So Old Hickory lies above that latitude line, so fish like this will not survive in this lake. Example, Florida strain bass. But you just proved to me that there's tilapia on this lake.
Yep.
And does not Florida bass eat that tilapia? Ain't that their number one gorging feed?
Absolutely.
That fish is going to go in the frying pan. And Dayton, I'm going to turn the live well on, and we're going to see if we can catch some more.
What about that, Herb?
He just gives up.
Kind of. He'll take off again. Just like I was telling Uncle Richard now, if you think that one tilapia is the only one in here, how many's right up through yonder?
Bluegill.
Bluegill.
Tell you what, Big Beck is wearing the bluegill out.
Well,
Bluegill king right there.
boy, he wanted it. He might have to live with that hook. No, there it comes. Had a little work in there, but she's good to go. What you got there, man? And Dayton, Blair, you hold that right there. I got his power pole down. I want to talk about that fish a minute. It's a tropical fish, and we're up here like we talked about earlier on Old Hickory Lake. That tropical fish is not supposed to survive here above this latitude line. Old Hickory lies above this latitude parallel. I don't know how to get into all that, but if this fish, Dayton, you know, your daddy's taught me a lot. You've taught me a lot. Your brother, your daddy was well known here in Middle Tennessee, and in our scientific knowledge, if this is surviving, what do you think about a Florida strain? One of these F1, they call them F1s.
Well, like we always say, Mother Nature take care of itself. They'll adapt to the water. It's just a matter of getting the fish in the lake. You know, these here accidentally got put in the water.
Now tell me.
By floods. And what he does, he mostly eats plankton, algae. He doesn't eat shad and minnows and stuff like that. He's simply a plankton, algae eater, moss.
So if I come up here with a crappie jig, more than likely I'm not going to catch anything.
No, that's why you catch them on night crawlers instead of like a tube or anything, because the night crawler's more natural, like moss or something.
Now you caught a sack of these fish the other day. You've caught a bunch of walleye, saugeye, crappie. What do you think? How does this eat compared to every one of them?
Well, I mean, you can buy these at the store, but they're farm raised. So now we got them naturally out of the lake.
What about your taste buds?
They're about like a crappie.
About like a crappie.
They're white meat. Everybody's probably had quite a few tilapia, but these are just not farm raised, so they got fresh water running through them. What I've gathered, they got 40% more protein than like a shad or a bluegill. They spawn every 45 to 60 days, depending on the right water temperature.
Where's the grass at on the lake? There's not any.
There's not
and
any.
they're still here,
Well,
right?
I think we have plenty of plankton. You got rocks with plankton and moss and stuff like that. But you can see their little mouth is designed a little different than the rest of them, almost like it's a
sucker fish, yeah.
carp bluegill mix.
And you're telling me they spawn every 45 days.
That's what I've got off the internet, 45 to 60 days.
Folks, I want y'all to take a look at that fish there. Old Hickory Lake tilapia reproducing on Old Hickory Lake. Dayton, you ready to catch some more?
Yeah.
I want some more going in the frying pan.
Throw it back in the live well.
We'll do that. Dayton, here's what I'm gonna do. I got a few tilapia. You've got a few tilapia in the live well. You put a skunking on me today so far, but we're gonna keep at it. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I do. I'm gonna go to the house, I'm gonna get that electric knife. Oh, I'm gonna take down one side, take down the other, flip her over, take down the side, take it other. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take some pepper, put some pepper on there, put some salt on there, put some lemon pepper on there, and garlic salt on there.
That's right.
Right? I'm gonna turn that grill on. When that grill's
cornmeal.
no. I want great straight no cornmeal. I'm going straight to the grill with it. I ain't gonna deep fry it. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn that grill on. When that grill gets probably about 300 degrees, I'm gonna take the tilapia, I'm gonna slap them on there. I'm gonna cut some butter, slice some butter, let that melt up, and it's gonna flame up. When it flames up, I'm gonna turn it over, and at 5 minutes later, woo-wee, what do you think?
It's done. Ready to eat. We've ate a bunch of them, they're good.
That's the way to do it, ain't it?
Well, they're full of eggs, so everybody don't know if they're gonna reproduce or not, but the ones we've been cleaning the
Well,
last
I tell you what we
month
do. I know what we do. You take the eggs, you throw them back in the water, and they'll reproduce, right?
That's right.
Dayton, you and your brother Jimbo, your daddy especially, and man, Poppy Blair was one of the best man. Your daddy was just a great man. He took me under his wing. Y'all took me under your wing. Your daddy as well. He'd come out here with me. It'd be snowing out, raining out. It didn't matter. And sight fishing out here at Old Hickory. The man knew Old Hickory from one dam to the next.
That's right. Well, he lived on it before they ever made the lake. So all these bottoms up here around the steam plant, they grew corn and farmed it and coon hunted it and fished it and run up and down the banks like you do, you know.
Well, the biggest thing about your daddy, what I remember, if you was in the sentence with him, if he says Mickey Beck, if he says your last name, he loved you.
That's right.
If he just called you by your first name, you wasn't close to him. But if he called you by last name, he would do anything in the world for anybody. But if he called you by your last name, you know, that meant a lot.
You say a big fish because they're big fish.
This is a yellow perch.
Well, I tell you what, you thought.
Dayton Blair has put me on these perch today. I tell you what, Dayton, I am having a great time. It's been a long time since I've pulled out some night crawlers and fished with them. Normally we're banging a bank trying to catch a largemouth, but this has been an enjoyable day, beautiful day. God's earth here, man, it's been beautiful. It's a big one, son. It's a big one. It's a big one. Hang on. Hang on, watch it now. Watch it. Watch it. Here he comes. All right. Whew. Boy, he almost come off. If he had jumped, that hook would just come right out. I'd have been tore up. Whew. He had that whole thing swallowed. You know we throwing the right thing now. That whole worm was swallowed. You see that? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, that thing is about as big as him. You know we're throwing the right thing, Dayton.
That's right.
I mean, they really want it. Hooks all bent up. We caught so many of them.
Good.
Folks, for Dayton, that's going to wrap today up, man. I appreciate you coming out
yeah.
here, man,
No
and
problem.
showing me about these tilapia at Old Hickory. And you know, you and your family's taught me a lot over the years. I guess the main purpose of this trip today was to take a look at the actual tilapia and how it's reproducing on Old Hickory. It's amazing how many. We talked to a guy. He caught 50 one day and 60 the next, and that was just last week.
That's
Unfortunately.
that's just one person too.
That's one person. You and I talked. We got this major, probably one of the biggest fronts we've had coming in all year, coming in tomorrow. Of course, we had a full moon last night, and you and I talked. They could be going on bed.
Right. Water temperature 64 degrees, just right there in the steam plant. But you know the river's 47, 48.
Easy and had a great time. I really do appreciate
right.
it. And today is.
They're gonna sustain.